I did my internship in a language center in Taichung, which was also super heartwarming. So now Taiwan has that special place in my heart. Whenever I get the opportunity, I really want to go back, and I really want to show that place to the most people I know and spread the word. I really love Taiwan. I miss it a lot from times to times.
大家好，我是凤梨哥，欢迎来到我的频道。今天你们还好吗？我们外国人很喜欢、很爱台湾，可是有一些外国人要离开台湾。离开台湾的外国人不过很久，大部分很想台湾。我有一位法国朋友已经离开了台湾，可是他也很想台湾。他跟我分享一些他在台湾的生活的故事，我觉得他很想台湾。好，我们听听看吧。
It was when one time I went to the Songshan train station riding my rental bike, and I actually left my backpack on the basket of the rental bike. When I took the metro, I only realized this once I was like 30 minutes in my journey in the train and metro, and I had to do the round trip back, stretching out. I had all my life in that bag. I had my passport, my wallet, I had everything. And once I reached that place, the bike was still there, but not the bag, and there was a note on it, like an A4 sheet of paper with something written, handwritten, that said, "The backpack is in the police station, lost and found." And I rushed there. I asked the police guy, who asked me what was in the bag, and I told them my wallet, my passport, and all my stuff I could not remember because I had so many things in that bag. And I brought it back and nothing was missing. Nothing. My phone was there, my passport was there, my wallet was there, the money in my wallet was there, my credit card was there, everything. That would have never happened in my country.
他还有很多可以分享的，可是先可以帮我订阅还有按赞吗？谢谢大家。好，我们继续。
I was in my third year of bachelor's degree in Chinese. Why did I pick up Chinese? It was just because I loved foreign languages and I just thought I would end up being useful in my life. I don't know. It was really random. And on my third year, I was thinking maybe I should eventually go to some place that was speaking Mandarin to get actual practice. So I looked up the scholarship opportunities of my university. There were 3 Taiwanese universities. In my free time, I loved playing fighting games, and I was following the esports scene, or what was the beginning of it. Street Fighter 4, there was a Taiwanese player that just performed at international scales. When I saw him, I saw how strong he was. I was like, okay, so if I go there, maybe I'll find the same strong players that help him getting stronger, and at the same time I get the opportunity to learn Chinese and practice Mandarin. So I requested a scholarship to go to Sheda University, and I got it. That was probably the 2 best months of my life. I went through the cultural shock in a good way. It opened my mind, my eyes, and I got to meet a lot of people, and that also helped me improve my Mandarin a lot. So now I owe Taiwan 2 things. My first thing is my skill in Mandarin, and my second thing is my skill in gaming. It was only a 2-month intensive course, so I had to go back to my country. Then I thought myself I would definitely want to go back there. I applied when I went to a master's degree to become a teacher. I applied to many Taiwanese places to be an intern teacher there, and I did my internship in a language center in Taichung, which was also super heartwarming. So now Taiwan has that special place in my heart. Whenever I get the opportunity, I really want to go back, and I really want to show that place to the most people I know and spread the word. I really love Taiwan. I miss it a lot from times to times. I missed the fact I could get affordable food anywhere on the streets outside. I just had to go out and go to a random place where people were queuing. Sometimes I wouldn't even know what I was about to get. When I was in France, I was back into the real life where I had to count things even more than when I was in Taiwan, because everything was more expensive. On my first days of being back in my own student flat, that's how I felt. I was like, I wish I was a student there. The first thing I was talking about were the affordable tea shops everywhere, like having very fresh iced lemon tea, way cheaper than here. I still remember the first time I took Taiwanese friends to a French restaurant here, and they saw iced tea on the menu, they asked for it, and I saw the sadness on their face when the waiter arrived with a bottle of Lipton iced tea. To take a train, when I'm from the countryside in France, I have to look up for when the next train arrives and worry about, is it cancelled or is it delayed or things like that. In Taiwan, I once went to the place of a friend that lived very far away from like big cities. So from there, he had trains to go to Taipei and Taoyuan every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes. I'm 40 minutes away from Paris here. I have one train every hour, and that is if it works. So that was crazy. The thing that hit me the first time I was in Taiwan was when I saw people in 2012. We're talking about 2012, so not many people had smartphones everywhere yet, but still there were free Wi-Fi everywhere already. And I would see people walk around with iPads in the streets, and I was like, I would never do that in Paris. Like walk around with a tablet in my hands like that in front of everybody. That's not something I would feel very safe. And that also brings myself to another thing I miss about Taiwan, is the safety. Another thing I miss from Taiwan, so more, not Taiwan but Taipei this time, is when you are in Taipei, it's still a busy city with people everywhere. It's very noisy. Wow, with the metro system of Taipei, if you take the red line, you are 1 hour away from the seaside with the hot springs, and on the other side you get the mountains with hiking spots. So that's great. Whenever you are like fed up with the busy city and the noise of the city and the pollution, just take the metro, 1 hour and poof, mountain or poof, seaside. That's wonderful. I love Danbings. After that, I would say, of course, the Lulofan and the pearl milk tea. I love both of them, and I would not lie if I say I would get pearl milk tea almost every day. I'm a French guy. I love cheese, which means I love food that stinks. Stinky tofu. I cannot find stinky tofu in France. I miss that. Well, usually French people mistake Taiwan for Thailand. They think it's the same place, and they're like, yeah, those two are like Asian places with hot temperature and very tasty food. Is the same. I'm like, no, it's not the same. I have to explain to them that's not Thailand, and there's another place called Taiwan all the time. Sometimes in France, when I have a phone call to make, or when I go to some public place to ask or something, I can be as polite as I want. I have to expect sometimes I need to fight to get the information I want, and that sometimes I might not even get it. And in Taiwan, you just actually feel like people will cherish the fact they got a job or work hard. I mean, it's hard to work hard in a job that is, not very enjoyable, but still, at least people are respectful to like customers and stuff. In France, it's just random. So that's something I would have France to improve on. And the other thing I would like France to improve on would be curiosity. Taiwanese people are super curious. Usually in Taiwan, I exist, random Taiwanese person. Oh wow, there's a foreigner here. This is my best opportunity I can get to speak English. Let's go! And then the guy shows up to my face talking English, and like that's all the time. It's very friendly. Yeah, still they get in touch and they're super curious. They ask a lot of questions. Why are you here? Where are you from? And they're just to practice their English like that, and just to learn about the outside world as well. And French people, they just don't care about the outside world in general, I think. At least, I'm talking about the random French person, okay? Not the French person you might meet on the internet. That's not the same thing, because sometimes people on the internet, they end up being more open-minded, I hope.
谢谢安乐分享你的故事哦。大家我们到这边，谢谢收看，不要忘记按赞还有订阅哦。下一次见，拜拜。